Hi and welcome to another video from Fly Tying Step by Step. Today we will be tying a peeping caddis. There are different ways of doing it, but I'm going to show my take on this. So to start off, I've got a size 12 hook in the vise and then a slotted tungsten bead 3.2 millimeters in black. I'm going to advance my thread to just bob, and then I'm going to tie in my chenille for the peeping caddis. Just a little trick: when you've cut your chenille, just take a lighter and just cinch the tip of it. It just prevents it from unraveling. So the length, you're looking roughly the size of the length of the hook shank. I don't bother burning the other end because that's going to be tied in anyway. And then I'll take roughly a third of the hook shank length and I will start my tying point there. And just proceed to the front just to secure it. You'll see it props up a little bit. That's what I want. And then I'm going to take a partridge feather. In this case I'm going for an olive green. It looks more brown on the video, but it's actually olive green. And you want one that's just a little bit longer than the chenille that is extending behind the hook bend. So I'm just going to select one feather, like so. I'll strip off the fluff, and I will also strip off the one side of the barbicles. Like so. You don't want too many fibers. It's just to give the impression of legs and feelers. So I cut in a small little triangle that just assists in tying it in. Tying on my side of the hook shank, and then I'll take my hackle pliers, grab the feather, and you basically want to make 1 or 2 turns, not too many. You're right at the base of the chenille where you tied it in. Just going to catch it with my thread. One or two wraps extra to secure it, and then you can come in with your scissors and just cut away the stem. Now what I sometimes do is I'll take it out of the vise. My thread will keep tension on those barbels, and I'll just tease them out so that they, if I can show it to you like that, so they protrude to the back. I don't want to catch them with my thread or with my dabbing in the next step. So I'll just tease them to the back to extend past my chenille, and then put my hook back in the vise. Now for the dabbing, this is totally up to you. You can use whatever materials you prefer. I usually make a blend. I will look at the stream bed and see what kind of color the stones and debris are that I find there, and I will mix and match my casing that I'm going to build with my dabbing according to that color scheme. So usually it's your naturals. Yeah, I've got a synthetic with black and natural I'll mix in some deer hair with some goat hair in between as well, in a brownish color. And if you've got more of a tan bottom or a black bottom, you will mix it up according to the stream bed that you will be fishing. So I'll just blend these two that I've picked now, the brown and the tan and black. As I said, there's some Caddis in there, and the synthetic is also quite coarse. So and then just for a little bit of a trigger, I will mix in some flash. Just a slight hint of flash. In most riverbeds you've got some kind of crystal in the water, whether it's the rocks or pieces of shell or anything like that, that will have a bit of shimmer in them, and you can see that it actually looks more than it is. There's just the slightest hint of shimmer to that. The light is reflecting quite a bit of this material. Okay, with that done, I will start my dabbing noodle. Start it thin, and right at the base of those fibers I've just tied in of the partridge, I will start that. I don't want to dab it too tight, but also I don't want it to be too bulky. Even though we've got a tungsten bead on here, we don't want it to sink too slowly, and you want to keep it right at the bottom. So you can tie it in a little bit tighter and then comb it out as well. But I just want to build up basically kind of a uniform body, seeing that the case usually is the same diameter right through. So you can see I'm not being too heavy on the dabbing to tighten it up too much. I'm going to need a little bit more dabbing for that last section. So what this bead will do is it will keep the hook wanting to ride up, so that the peeping caddis, the head of the caddis, looks like it's protruding vertically upwards. Now that should do it. Let me just tighten this a bit. And that is it. So we can whip finish. I usually do a double whip finish just to make sure, and then I will put some head cement on there as well, water-based head cement. So at this stage you can come in with your Velcro and just tease it out a bit. But as I say, the more your water surface of your fly, the more resistance there will be in the water, and your fly will sink a little bit slower. So you can comb it a little bit out and then just break out the two long pieces. You can cut it, I suppose, as well, but I prefer breaking it out. It just gives a more natural look to the fly. But you don't want a cylindrical look to it. Just check it, and there you have it. There's your peeping caddis. Now the peeping caddis, the head can be anything from yarn or chenille, but I like the chenille, and I will tie it in a chartreuse. I will tie it in brown, in this dark olive that I've just done in this video. And yeah, effective patterns in 4. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your fly fishing to fly tying. Bye.